Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabi Sukri. S51160 for metric numbers. Now first reading is EHP lecture. Title: How to Control Microsporidian Parasites in Shrimp Farms by Lucas Towers, 25 May 2015 at 1 AM. The type of microsporidian parasites is severely affecting aquaculture in Asia. This report by Dr. Stephen Newman addresses best practice in reducing the pathogen, taken from the Global Aquaculture Advocate, a global aquaculture aliens publication. Enterocytozoon hepatopene EHP, a microsporidian parasite that has been widely found in Asia and other parts of the world, is impacting aquaculture production by severely retarding the growth of culture shrimp. Although the most common pathology associated with microsporidians is discoloration in muscle due to spore that can stunt growth and cause other types of problems. EHP is different. It only infects the tubules of the hepatopancreas in shrimp, which damage the ability of this critical organ to gain nutrition from feed. It is widely understood that EHP does not cause mortality but heavily limits growth. EHP spores infect the tubules of the hepatopancreas in shrimp, which damage the ability of the animals to gain nutrition from feed. Photo by Tim Flagel. Formerly classified as protozoa, genomic taxonomy has determined that microsporidians are closely related to fungi. About 100 genera of microsporidians are known to infect crustaceans and fish. EHP is now endemic throughout China, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam, and likely present in India and possibly Mexico. It can likely be found anywhere that has imported live feed from China and animals from areas where EHP is endemic. EHP is very difficult to eradicate. More than likely, we will only be able to control its levels. How is EHP detected? The pathogens can be detected using gene-based tools such as polymerase chain reaction (PCR) and loop-mediated isothermal amplification testing of feces from broodstock. These methods can also be used with post larvae. Light microscopy can be used as well, although it can be very difficult to visualize the very small spores. Although effective, screening broodstock entails examination of individual label animals a costly practice. In some areas, there may be no animals totally free of the pathogen. EHP treatment, microsporidian infections are typically treated with a specific class of drugs that is unlikely to be effective against EHP because of its target tissue specificity. Dealing with the problem entails a three-pronged strategy incorporating biosecurity in the hatchery, proper pond preparation, and proper pond management during the growth cycle. Total elimination of microsporidians may not be possible. The best approach is to lessen the loss coming into ponds and control the levels the ecosystem allows. The direct vector of EHP in ponds has not yet been identified. Biosecurity in hatcheries. Proper practice and procedures for biosecurity in hatcheries can help control EHP. No live feeds, pond rare adult broodstock, as well as those infected live feeds can be infected and spread EHP through feces. The use of live animals, including polychaetes, clams, on-water squid, and locally produced artemia in broodstock maturation facilities poses a significant biosecurity risk and should be discouraged. Live feed such as krill do not pose a risk. If live feed are used, they should be frozen, pasteurized, or even irradiated. Disinfection, maturation facilities and hatcheries should be dried out completely, washed and then disinfected with a caustic solution of sodium hydroxide. It has been suggested that all equipment, pipes, and tanks should be soaked in a 2.5% sodium hydroxide solution for at least 3 hours. After this, the remaining caustic solution should be washed away and all of the treated materials allowed to dry for an extended period. Rinse before use with acidified chlorine at 200 ppm and pH less than 4.5. Microsporidian spores are extremely resistant to most treatments, and complete elimination will prove challenging. The goal is to substantially lower the load. Clean eggs now apply. Proven strategies for washing and rinsing now apply with the appropriate mix of fresh water and chemicals, which is iodine and formaldehyde, among others, that can weaken the passive attachment of spores to eggs and now apply, thus lessening transmission must become routine. This is an effective tool against EHP as well as for lowering the loads of the bacteria that cause early mortality syndrome that pass from broodstock to post-larvae. Upon preparation, high organic loads typically relate to spore loads. There is likely some intermediate vector, and until we are sure what it is, use strategies to properly treat sediments before stocking. As spores typically are resistant to a wide variety of environmental conditions, with different species displaying differential susceptibility. The general suggestion are to physically remove accumulated organic matter and treat on bottoms with a very caustic material to bring the pH to 12 and kill many of the spores. Killing of them may not be possible. It has been recommended that earthen ponds be disinfected with very heavy use of calcium oxide or quicklime applied at a level of 6,000 kg per hour or greater. Pond bottoms must be completely dry. Flow the quicklime into the dried sediments to a depth of 10 to 12 cm. Then moisten the sediments to activate the lime. If the application is done properly, the pH of the soils will rise to 12 or more within days, and then gradually return to normal as the quicklime becomes calcium carbonate. Pond management after the soils have recovered. Use suitable commercial products from the early stages of culture to prevent the accumulation of large amounts of organic matter. This can be used alone and in combination with water exchange. The goal is to lessen the amount of accumulated organic matter and thus reduce the potential reservoir for spores that will be ingested and continue to infect shrimp. Consistent use at levels that lessen the amount of organic matter is important. Perspectives: reducing the load of spores in the production environment by reducing their force vertical transmission as a result of contaminated surface due to spawning, in combination with aggressively limiting the reservoir of spores, will reduce the severity of EHP. Consistent use of these methods should lessen the long-term impacts and reduce the environmental load of spores. For second paper is Fisher Mac, November 2016, Volume 2, Insight Asian Fan Achievement Research Journey to Antarctica International Linkage Program for postgraduate and the success of Malaysian ornamental fish industry. Prof. Emeritus Dr. Patrick Sogelis, moving towards sustainable aqua farming concept. Scientific discussion: how to survive from early mortality syndrome EMS. Author and photo Prof. Dr. Najib Musa. Early mortality syndrome EMS, or technically known as acute hepatopancreatic necrosis disease (EHPND), first occurred in Hainan, China in late 2009, followed by Vietnam in 2010. Malaysia was hit by EMS since 2011, which caused a decline of shrimp production as high as 60% over total production. The repeated crop failures have forced number of shrimp farms to quit or switch to other aquaculture species such as marine fish. EMS usually affects the shrimp within 20 to 30 days post-stocking. However, there were incidents where cultures failed within 5 to 7 days of culture DOC, while some cultures fail much later at 70 to 80 DOC. Thus, EMS does not necessarily happen at the early stage of culture. This seems to suggest that the timing of outbreak depends on when the EMS pathogen get hold of the shrimp and bloom to cause the necrosis of hepatopancreas. Our field observations have also come across incidents where post-larvae PL stock were test positive for EMS toxin, but the head status of the crop only wobbled when it exceeded 70 DOC. With more and more shrimp farming areas confirmed to be endemic for EMS, we foresee EMS to remain as a problem for some time, but will not be as catastrophic compared with the early years. Based on our field experiments, we are of the opinion that the following measures could help the shrimp farming industry to survive from EMS. First, use of EMS resistant stock. Our field studies under Fisher Fish Disease Laboratory, University Malaysia Terengganu (UMT), they observed that certain strains of Pinus venae withstand EMS better than other strains in the endemic areas. Nevertheless, such species pathogen-resistant SPR broodstocks tend to spawn less eggs, thus lower production of SPR-PL. Due to high demand for such SPR-PL, nowadays more producers claim to be producing SPRPL, which however could not be authenticated on the buyers due to technical deficiency. Among the SPR stocks, we found that the resistance varied in farms from batch to batch, which could possibly mean that some stocks are actually at the level of specific pathogen tolerance (SPT). This could have happened if there was lack of resistance quantification during the development of SPR strains. Second, maintain a healthy microbiota in shrimp farms. The traditional shotgun disinfection of one bottom and water may do more harm than good, because nutrients available after disinfection may favor the bloom of relatively fast-growing bacteria such as Vibrios, including those called EMS. We observe that the presence of EMS toxin strain in shrimp pond did not pose immediate risk of outbreak. When an effective microbial management strategy was successfully applied to the pond. However, this could also be affected by the virulence of the EMS Vibrio strain involved. One microbial management could be achieved by biofloc technology (BFT), both full and semi, or by using commercial beneficial bacteria that are proven to be discouraging EMS Vibrios outbreak. Lastly, apply good aquaculture practice, example MyGap, including appropriate biosecurity measures to check the entry of pathogen-carrying stocks via pre-stocking screening. The entry of new strain of EMS Vibrio may lead to emergence of more virulent strains and complicate the disease in farms. Besides, periodic EMS surveillance in farm is also necessary to assess the effectiveness of microbial management strategies and the risk of outbreak. In short, there is no single measure to overcome EMS in shrimp farming. A concerted strategy, including but not limited to the above mentioned measures, is necessary to survive from EMS. Our Fisher Fish Disease Laboratory can support the shrimp farming industry. Our Fisher Fish Disease Laboratory can support the shrimp farming industry with stock screening from surveillance and risk assessment of EMS outbreak.